another thing that he did to you was he would make comments about other people, but those nasty comments about
Mm.
other people in public or whatever. And but those comments were actually about you.
Yeah, I used to play this game that he called third person referral game. And he said he used it in his career as in sales, whereby, if he said to somebody, a story about a subject, that they would realize that he was actually referring to them. So he told me the twist, if you like. And then for 20 years, every single day, he would be constantly saying, look at this, and always women, always referencing women, never men. Look at the state of her, or she's uneducated, she's overweight, she's this, she's that. Always, always derogatory terms. That they would always be women with very similar features to my own, like a plus size, blonde, whatever, whatever. And if they were speaking, he would make references to their accents, their lack of education. And it was so subtle. And in the beginning, if you ever said, do you mean me? Then they would do that typical narcissistic trait of saying, oh, you're too sensitive or you don't have a
Mm,
sense of humor. So then constantly you're just thinking, oh, well, maybe I need to lighten up. And maybe it's because I'm damaged in some way and I need to, I did have a partner that died and I did have a terrible childhood. So maybe I'm so broken. I just don't know what normal relationships look like. And that was pretty much the premise I told myself for 20 years, that it was me that needed to fix me while he continued to do this. And as the time passed, these things, these comments would get worse and worse and worse, and comparisons to his previous partners as well. So, if you commented, you could say, oh, you're just jealous.
mm,
But it was all part of that manipulation and control. So it got to the stage where it belittled me so much that it would make me feel like, he put me down and then, but I love you. That was like the reward at the end of the sentence, but I love you. So it was like
mm.
saying that you've got all of these terrible faults and all of these awful things about you, but hey, I love you. Aren't you lucky? So you stay with me because nobody else is going to offer you that. And that is probably, you know, a very mild description of what it's like to be in a narcissistic relationship. And and even when you say it, you think to yourself, yeah, but does that sound serious enough to be even talking about this subject? Because that's how clever it is. They just make you doubt things. They make you think it's normal and that it's you that's got the problem. And even 3 years on, I still have little doubts about, so as soon as there's online bullying, as soon as there's negative comments, I think, oh gosh, maybe I'm wrong, maybe. But then something else will happen that says, no, keep going. And it is the voices of the women, the other women, who come forward and say, thank you for writing this book, because you are saying what we cannot say. You are saying the things that we've not been able to say. And so that's what keeps me motivated. And then obviously the timing that I call divine timing of coming and doing this radio show with you and Richard.